Tech gremlins.
Be the tech gremlin you want
There we go.
to see in the world.
We have sound now.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All right.
And it started up literally on Ashley going tech gremlins. That was
Nice.
impressive. That's the magic phrase, everyone.
Anyways, now that you all can hear us.
All right. So hopefully, you can read lips for everything that happened before. But hello, welcome. We're in the recap. Adventurers in a city they don't understand, with memories they don't have. They don't have memories, on a mission to find some people who are lost in a place called the Cliffs of the Dead. They found murdered people. They found the tracks of a body being dragged off into the darkness. They followed the trail. They found a section that had perhaps been made by those who are known as the Makers, or dwarves, if you want to be a dick about it. And they, in a very like ding dong ditch kind of way, somebody opened a door and was like, oh, this is weird, and then tried to shut the door, and then that person got stabbed.
Never underestimate a murder halfling.
It was just a light stabbing. It's like he died, but
That's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. They rescued. They found a person who was getting beat up. They had the bruises about their head and neck. And they healed that person, and they rescued that person, and that person's name in my dang notes is Quibble Marrowbones. Colin and Terry, the two people, the two cultists. How do we know they're cultists? They're wearing purple robes. That's how you know they're cultists. Very obviously cultists.
Oh, you
There's
need to
just
call your dad. You're in a cult.
Yeah, you're in a cult. They found some very interesting art carved on these walls. Art that showed archways and portals to other worlds, and like sacrifice and dark cultists and all those kinds of things. And there's a door with a cool door that nobody can read because it's in Dwarven and nobody speaks Dwarven. There's a flashback. Who I have a note for the flashback.
We're not dicks.
Yeah. Thanks. My apologies. And Key Day experienced a what most of us would call a flashback. Whether or not she considers it a flashback as of yet is up to her, because this is a first like a new thing. In this mind scene, she saw a large grove with trees like you would find on Endor or in parts of California, right? if you're in California, not on the forest moon of Endor. Within this grove of trees are large stone monoliths, and many of them have a variety of different sigils on them. There are a number of youths around, kind of sitting around, I guess, like probably crisscross applesauce. That's what the kids say, I think. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. What the kids do.
And these people are these youths are of a sort of multiple origin faces, right? Like a deer boy and a goat girl. I don't remember exactly what everybody I described was, but I remember there was a deer boy. Cool. Yeah. And there was an old man kind of in the center of this ring of Utes, who was speaking to them in some language that in this vision was kind of unintelligible. And then there was a womp womp, and Kide could understand a portion, and he was pointing to one of these stone monoliths that had like the same symbol on it as the amulet that the cultists, Colin and Terry, were wearing, and he said something about the demon prince Abraxas. And originally in the scene, he did not use the word Chol, but we're gonna retcon that he says something demon of Prince Abraxas from the realm of Chol. I think originally I said something like from the lower hells or something, and we actually have words for these places where people are from, so I'm gonna fucking use them. And that is where we ended. So, my friends, you find yourself standing over Colin's dead body, axe wound in his back, before the door, a large door with a nice carved, inscribed, unintelligibly inscribed lentil stone. Selma, you have an amazing passive perception. You can hear faintly through this door the sound of many voices chanting in unison,
Oh dear.
multiple octaves.
Well, they're definitely behind the door. They sound like they're right in the middle of it.
Well, as no one has had any momentary visions or insights that we need to stop and discuss or look into, I feel it is best for us to move forward, perhaps, and come up with a plan to best thwart, or just kick the door down.
Astray says, "Let me check for traps." So I'm going to check for traps
Yes.
while standing on top of Terry or underneath
Colin. It's Colin. Terry was the first guy.
No,
Henri-
you have Terry on the thing as by the door.
Oh,
Poor Terry.
well, you are correct. I am wrong. I stand corrected.
I could put a fog cloud down on them. I mean, I don't know what the
Definite-
setup is.
Definitely
But-
do that.
Probably once we open the door. Okay.
Also, Key Day, you did in fact make a face. I was attempting to make a space in case you had some insight or had a memory or something.
Oh, yeah. I thought I recognized it. The symbol, but I mean, it was very weird, and I wasn't sure if it was a vision or a memory or something, but that creature on the medallion, I think its name is Abraxas, and it's from Chol. It's a prince of hell.
All very good reasons why we should take care of this ritual, and we can come back to that and talk through it when you're comfortable, and also we don't have an impending ritual. If that sounds okay to you.
We should probably stop them from whatever they're doing.
That's good, because there's going to be a lot of sword work that needs doing.
I have
And
a question.
Henri-
Checking for traps. I got a whole 4 because I rolled a nat 1.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the campaign of At the Threshold. Tune in next week for session 0 of whatever happens next.
I'm 20 feet back, so I'll avenge you. Unless it's chain lightning, in which case.
Yeah, you know what? Give us a quick little description of how you check for traps. Like, what do you do?
So I picture that Astray is like
stepping over top of Terry and like looking around and checking to make sure that, you know, there's no like lines of string by the door, anything. And yeah, probably gonna miss a lot.
Yeah, you kind of check all of the edges of the door and you know, you maybe you look under Terry to make sure he's not like, you look in some of the nooks and crannies around the door to see for stuff. And yeah,
I get distracted by stepping in his guts.
Yeah, it's a you know, so there's a couple of crunches, some broken fingers. Now it's unfortunate. Yeah. But yeah, you do not find any traps.
Henri, do you think it would be better if I put a cloud down on top of us or them?
My
'Cause
thought,
then, yes.
them, and then we either charge in, deal with them in the fog, or pick them off as they come out.
Okay. Just don't know if it would be smarter for us to see them or not, or if it would be better for them to not see us.
The latter, because
Okay.
one would assume cultists are perhaps wielders of the arts arcane or divine, although in this case they're divine, of course, being more demonic in nature. And a key ingredient to those sorts of numinous interactions is seeing your target.
So, cloud on us.
Cloud on them so they can't see us.
Okay, all
Then they
right,
have to come at us.
got it.
And then me and Kide do what we do. Well, what I do, and I'm assuming what Kide does.
I'll
Gotcha.
smash
Okay,
something.
It's just like I'll stab him.
sounds
Yes,
good. I got it.
stabbing order of the day.
All
I'm
right.
gonna open the door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and everybody
you,
should have some good berries from last week.
I have great berries.
Yeah.
Oh, goody.
That brings up a fair point to bring up real quick. You each have on your character sheet now a maker's coin, and it's an item. It's in your inventory. I just put it there. That's how I know it's there. And you all also have the, you know, the player reward artifact that is. So you can use that should you so choose. And you, as part of the gift basket you got when you showed up in the city, you also have a potion of healing, which is now added to that, to your character sheets. The door
You
is
did
not
add
locked.
that, yes.
I did. Yep. The door isn't locked. And you open it. It's actually, well, you know, it doesn't creak. Everything moves super smooth. Yeah. It's
Is it stone or
yep.
wood?
Oh no, it's a stone. It's like a light stone. Don't know. It's a wood door. That stone wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, it's a wood door, but the hinges are super awesome, I guess.
Do I see the cultists, or are they farther ahead of me in that next section?
Yes, please allow me to describe what you see. As you see here on the map, there is a kind of a natural stone passageway that this door opens up to. Yes, I know that there isn't a door on the map, whatever. But there is a door there. Opens up onto this natural stone passageway. There is a small kind of lit brazier to the left of a carved alcove that leads to a similar kind of dark wood door. And this one has like like the little prison cell window with a couple of bars in it. And in through that, you can see some things which I will place down. You see instead of actually where the sarcophagus is on the map, you see there's not a sarcophagus there. You see there is an archway at the center of this room, which you can see as a hang on, do I have a cool description for this? It's a dark kind of swirling energies at the center of this archway, and you can see from your vantage point, you can see the back of a feller. And there's light coming out from that room. And you hear, you can all now hear this kind of chanting, multiple voices, kind of a weird, like levels of octaves. And it's, you know, it's one of those like unsettling groupings of voices. It doesn't seem right.
Don't sound right.
Yeah.
I think as soon as as soon as we open the door and kind of see what's going on, I'm gonna drop a fog cloud right in the middle of that room if I can. I
think there's another door between us and them.
Oh.
There
Yeah,
is.
the one with the prison.
But there is a little window in it.
Oh, okay.
So let's sneak up to that door first.
Yeah, I'll flutter my way up to the window.
Selma,
Yes.
as you are fluttering across the space, thanks to your very high passive perception, you notice that you pass over a very deftly hidden string.
I'll stop anybody from going across it and get, whoa, stop. There's a string
A
there.
stray is like
About
it's
to trip
like-
over it.
yeah, right. It's like it's like you know, like landmine scene in a movie. You're about to step on this thing.
All right. I would like to disarm this trap.
Okay.
Well, that's happening. I think
Um,
Henri's gonna move up to like in the old doorway and just be like, "That was almost very bad."
I'm gonna back up a little bit while Astray disarms the trap.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that's
give-
just a straight dexterity check.
Thieves tools.
Thieves tools.
Thieves tools check, yeah, with dex. So yeah, or however, yeah, proficient dex.
That's
yeah.
cocked.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did
That's
you
a
roll
3.
did you roll a 1 again?
No. So that's a total of 9. I have 2 dice in dice jail now.
All right.
Wrong start.
You kind of follow this. So to set it up, since you're kind of working this, you follow the string and you see kind of like just peeking over the lip of this first stair on the left. Somebody has like propped up a crossbow. And so you're down there trying to undo this thing. And it's going to go off.
Okay.
Not fun.
And let me boop. Nope, there we go. Nope. All right. Come on. What's your armor class? I'll just ask.
16.
16.
That's pretty good considering we're level 1.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's not. You're gonna take 4 points of damage as a crossbow bolt from like right in front of you because you're trying to disarm this thing.
Right in the shoulder.
Just yeah, right in the shoulder.
I'll be like, "Ugh, it's disarmed," and then walk back out with an arrow
Are you okay? No.
Gosh, oh
or
dear.
bolt in my. I swear I'm better at this, or I used to be.
Next time, perhaps we don't stand in front of it when disarming it.
I mean, fair.
It's a learning
Okay.
process.
I
Key,
was in a hurry.
Kide, I guess we should move up to the door and be ready once the magic happens. Huh?
I mean, we could just stand on either side and make a noise and see if he runs out, and we could just, like clock him one.
I think there's more than one of them in there.
We could do it more than once.
After the first time, it strikes me they most likely will begin to catch on.
As you're kind of saying this, Henri, you glance over out of the corner of your eye and you see an eyeball like looking at you through the door.
As a bonus action, I would like him to make a strength saving throw at DC bitchin.
DC bitchin.
I don't. I think I'm gonna fail
Is that
that.
a nat
Yeah.
20?
14, DC 14.
Strength save. Oh, it's a good thing he's good at those.
Cultists. So known for
Cultists.
their strength.
Cultists, I tell you. He, however, did roll a 19.
Okay, so Henri just kind of throws his hand out in the direction of that guy, and the door rattles a little bit.
Yeah.
I would fog clad now.
Yeah. You hear like
Yeah.
above the chanting. Yeah. Hey, Ravana. Yeah. There's some guys up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I can see hopeful because I've got a 120. It's 120 feet range. I'm gonna try and I guess shoot for roughly the middle of the room.
Okay.
Or at least actually right. You know what? Maybe right in the middle of these two pillars where this guy is. That's kind of where I'm gonna go for the big fog cloud, and it's a 20-foot 20-foot cube, I believe.
You are
Okay.
correct.
Yay, 20-foot radius, even better.
So yeah, that would probably be that entire room.
Yeah, that's basically the whole room fills up with fog.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
There's your fog cloud.
Nice. Love it.
That's actually really distracting.
That's
we'll
fine.
just say the whole room is fog clouded, and that does that. What does that? What does that do?
It lasts for the its area is heavily obscured, so they can't really see out of it.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
looking up
they're-
heavily obscured right now.
Thank
It's
you.
areas such as darkness, opaque fog, or dense foliage blocks vision entirely. A creature effectively suffers from the blinded condition when trying to see something in that area.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm
think-
excited about this.
I think
for
at
a
this
reason.
point, we can go ahead and just let me run this encounter. we can just go ahead.
Let's
and,
roll this shit.
And start initiative. Yeah. Give me 1 sec. Bum, bum, bum.
That's also my last spell slot.
Really?
That's not
It
great.
only-
I
Level
start to
one.
like better.
I only have 2,
Yeah.
and I used Cure Wounds on Quibble.
I
so-
play a 10th level warlock. He's only got 2 spell slots.
Yeah, I'm a little druid, baby.
I know.
I'm a little
That's just-
baby druid.
That was more of a flex on the warlock than for the warlock.
All right. So if you would please remember to roll initiative in D&D Beyond.
Oh shit. I
It's
forgot.
okay. It's okay. It's all new. It's all new. It's all right.
I have some decent
Really?
cantrips.
I got a 4.
I rolled much better with physical dice. God
I
damn
rolled
it.
a 9.
I mean, you could be Michael over here.
The good news is I got some variety on my cantrips, so
Oh, that's very good. I really want to get in that room with the fog up. It's like, oh, that may not happen now.
Well, no, that lasts up
Good
to an
amount of
hour
time, yeah.
concentration.
Oh, I know. But they probably gonna come boiling out of that room.
Well, I'm hoping if I based on where I put it, if I put it kind of right towards the front of the room, we've got some fog coming out into the hallway a little bit. So maybe
Yeah, there's probably like that kind of alcove square. We'll say is also fog. Right in front of us,
Okay.
stray there. if that makes sense. That one there, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me consult. Okay, so here's what happens. You cannot see this because someone has cast a fog cloud in the room, but you hear a second chant start up. It sounds like it is from far away, like down at the end of a very long hallway. Deep, creepy voices, like that. And were you able to see the cultists who are in this room? You would see that they have maybe a brightness to their eyes that was not there a moment ago. Of course, you
What
can't see
is
these.
it
You
good
can't.
for?
You can't see these guys because they're hidden in a fog cloud. And they can't really see you either. You hear a voice that says, "Yeah, get out there and kill him." And allow me to.
Oh God.
Oh wow.
Sorry,
Oh, that's all
I
right.
thought there was something I could do, but that's not what I thought was happening. I scrolled over to the side and this little like table popped out, and I thought I
Oh,
could
yeah.
drag the dice over and roll in the table. I was
Oh.
wrong. I was
Oh
wrong.
no, just when
No.
you click the dice, they show up there.
Yeah,
and
that's
it
a
holds
way
them
to.
there for a couple seconds. So you
Yeah, that's a way to remember
So
what
what's
you've
the
rolled.
little table for?
That's so if you roll dice over on the left, it'll populate in that little tray. So that way
Your
you
dice
can
only.
see them later. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, wow, okay.
So if you're
So-
doing math and you're like, wait, what did I roll again? You can see the dice right there.
Okay, cool.
So allow me to describe for you the initiative order. A number of cultists go, and then Key Day goes at 11. Astray is at 10. There may or may not be another cultist
Big
between
11.
Astray and Selma at 9. Some more cultists, and then maybe Henri goes way down at the bottom of the order at 4.
We rolled so well, guys.
How many cultists do I have in here? 1, 2. Oh, yep. Okay.
Can I ask how high up is the ceiling?
So the ceiling in the room in this hallway is it varies between let's say maybe where you're at, it's probably about 8 feet high, but then you can see that the ceiling really doesn't change all that much down those stairs. So there it's maybe 10 to 12 feet high. But
that's perfect. I'm 3 feet tall. So
yeah. You have many angles of attack in which to acquire targets from.
Yeah.
And a cultist is going to run out and bump into a stray and roll disadvantage to attack her because fog cloud. Oh wait. Let me do this. Let me do this. This should work. Attack. And confused by the fog cloud, the cultists misses by rolling a 6.
That's the nature of fog cloud, baby.
Yes. Next. And then this is what's called a bottleneck.
Yep.
This cultist is gonna run out. This cultist is gonna roll to decide if he realizes that there's a cultist in front of him and not somebody else. He realizes it is in fact another cultist. So this isn't one of those cults where you just attack your friends. to try to get a better position in the cult.
Yet.
So he will not do that.
That's why they put them all in matching robes so they could recognize each other.
Uniforms. Yeah.
Right.
Uniforms are critical of the battlefield.
Should probably, yeah. I have squares. I should use the squares, huh? Boop, boop. Squares. Okay. Next. Ooh, that guy. Yeah, that guy's a little different. He has some interesting stuff. You see a brightening happen in the fog, Astray and probably Selma. There's like a spot of light, of lighter, like as if maybe something in the fog has a bright light on it, and it's somewhere up in the air. I'm gonna use this.
He should have had fog lights.
So that
Well, he's
is
turning them on just slowly.
that is a thing. That is a thing there. And because, oh wow, okay, that does that. This thing will move forward. 5, 10, and kind of hover, coming out of the fog cloud. You can see a long, wicked, glowing, like snake, curly bladed, like spear, hovering in the air above you, and
Cool.
aka a spiritual weapon.
Glad I'm way
Cool.
back here, guys.
And it is going to attack Astray. And that is here. Where is it? That is a miss. Because that is a
Wait.
15.
Just to ask, can he place the spiritual weapon in a location he can't see?
I don't know. You know what? I don't know.
Okay.
He can maybe kind of. Yeah, I rolled with disadvantage.
We'll take it then.
Yeah, I don't. It uses one of his spell slots.
We'll give it to him.
Okay. Kide, you are up. Astray, you're up next.
I will move through my friendly occupied squares and move next to Astray in the doorway.
Yeah,
And if I can get at that cultist, I will just
absolutely.
flip my sword in my hand and try to hit him.
Do it.
Ugh. Not great.
You know, you can roll. You can do that. You can also just roll regular dice if you would like to.
I know, but
Okay.
that's
Okay.
all right.
All right.
And you know what? I am going to bonus action hit again. Is that
Yes.
like a okay?
You
I
got
think
two
I
swords
need-
you get to.
I think I need to deduct something from this, but
Nope.
No? Oh, well then 20
Is
to
that
hit.
is that
the
a
other
natural
hand.
20?
No, it's a dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah. So the only difference on offhand weapon is, you don't get your unless because you don't have.
What?
You don't
You
have
don't
two weapon
add your
fighting.
ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack unless that modifier is negative.
Do you have what fighting style did you take, Ashley?
What
Do
fighting?
you get that at first
style?
level?
I thought that was first level.
No, I don't think I do.
Must be
I
second
just
level for
martial
Paladins.
weapons.
Yeah, that's at second level. Yeah. So you'll just roll straight up weapon damage.
Okay, so that'd just be a 1d6. 3.
3. Nice. 3
Tabby.
damage. Huh. He says, yeah, Irvana, they got swords. And the voice from the fog says, "And so do you, nitwit."
Yeah, I love that. They have swords. Yeah.
Hope you're getting hazard pay.
Key day. Is that it for you?
Yes, that is pretty much all I can do.
All
so,
right.
yes.
Astray.
All right.
You are up.
I'm a
on my
stabby stab.
deck. Yeah.
I'm like, it's helpful if I have what I need up. 19 to hit.
That'll do it.
Eight points of damage.
Ooh.
If he's still up, I'll hit him again.
He is not. He dies.
Then I'm going
Aw.
to step on his body. And would I have heard the person behind him coming forward? Possibly, maybe.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to roll at disadvantage since that is in the fog cloud.
Are you throwing or are you moving into the fog cloud?
I'm moving into the fog cloud.
Okay.
You
I
do.
mean, I have 4 daggers, so I could, but I'm just like edging into it.
You're also going to block it up so they can all get to you, but you can't get to them.
Correct.
That is true. Okay, retcon, I'm going to throw it. I'll stay where I was.
Okay.
And I'm
That'll
going
be
to...
with-
Or you can move to the side so that Henri can squeeze in there and soak up some damage after. But
If I move to the side, then I'm right under, like on top of the spiritual weapon, and I think that's a... takes
All right.
Doesn't affect it.
Doesn't? Okay.
No.
Okay.
That's
Then
a
I'm
flaming
not.
sphere that would do that.
And you can still throw it. Like you can still throw the dagger.
Yeah.
It'll be with disadvantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
13?
Yes.
It would have been a disadvantage if you'd been in the fog too, because of blinded.
Right.
2 points of damage.
All right. 2. Damn it.
Yeah, I was rolling a
Level
disadvantage
1.
because I couldn't see. So.
Right.
level 1.
All right.
Any damage is good.
At least now
You're
they
right.
can't hit you, which is what matters.
Yeah, because I did take that 4, so I only have
Yeah,
5 hit points left.
You are not tank. Do not try and tank.
No.
Some more moving or some shuffling around in there happens.
Oh, wait. Could I have gotten sneak attack on him because he couldn't see me?
Yep. Absolutely.
Yes.
That would have totally counted.
Yes, that is how you rogue that shit.
2 more points
2
of
more?
damage.
All right.
Oh
nice.
yeah.
Your dice are angry at you.
You hear a resounding thunk as your dagger bites into and through robes and possibly leather armor. Selma,
Yes,
you are up.
I am. Let's see. So this guy's dead, and then there's the guy behind him who we don't know he's there, but we could assume there's probably more people coming.
Yeah. I would say that this guy here, like, he's there. You can kind of see his shape in the fog, because he's also been hit now, so you kind of know what to look for.
All right.
These other guys you really can't make out.
I'm gonna fly my way up to the sort of door jamb here, and I want to be up kind of where the top of the door is. Like,
Yeah.
I'm being kind of creepy and sneaky, and I'm gonna cast. Forgot what it's called. Thunderclap.
Nice.
Bam. So I do a big ol'.
Very nice.
And there's a big, huge boom, and he's got to make a con save.
Con save.
I mean, at least with Selma up there, she could be up higher. So
Yeah, you guys could just go underneath me.
That is that guy.
The upside of tiny creatures, you get to occupy the same spot as them,
I'm small.
I mean, I am technically small. So.
but you're not tiny.
neither
I'm
she-
guessing a 4 does not.
It does not.
If she's
Does
not,
not.
then we'll have a problem.
Yeah, my
You
my
can go
DC
underneath her,
is
like, stop there.
14, so that does not work for him, which means I get to roll 2 damage.
We're just hitting him with twos. He's a Tuesday.
Just
Two.
yeah,
Just a
right.
2,
You just keep nickeling and diming this guy.
basically.
It's working. All right. You know what? I got an interesting question. Are you flying inverted right now?
Inverted.
Yeah. Are you upside down?
I could see her doing that. Yeah, I could see her kind of
Nice.
like she's kind of.
I feel like there's probably there's like the hallway, and then there's like a wall, like the door is where is a wall, and then
Yeah, I think
then
she's
there's,
getting
like,
a little
the-
bit of cover with
Yeah.
the wall.
that seems cool as hell. I like it.
I dig it. I dig it.
All right. And this is gonna happen. Another somebody from behind one guy. Will it work? Nope, it doesn't work. You hear Selma, you kind of sort of see this, but you all kind of hear an oof. And what happened was this cultist tried to shove this cultist forward into the hallway, but this cultist rolled a natural 20 on his resist a shove action, so it did not work.
This is so you guys all hear an oof, and then you just hear fairy giggles.
Someone,
I'm
you sure you
gonna-
want to end in that doorway?
I'm gonna move just to the side, but I do have some cover because I'm above them, and like there's
So
the
that's
top of the doorway.
Yeah, so realistically, that's a wall. This is all rock.
You go in and go over
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, you
or-
can go. You could try to go in, or
Oh, I was just saying
Well,
that I was putting my icon there so that people were had a little more.
Well, the trick is, as long as you're occupying that spot, none of us can end
Yeah.
our spot there. So you're
Oh.
bottlenecking and tanking unless
Well-
we
Which
manage
is
to kill that
which
guy.
is generally bad because I have eight health. So I'm gonna back.
I-
I'm
up.
letting you know what's
hold-
up.
here. Hold on, real quick. I will say that you are, I think, right, as a fairy. Let me find it. You are very small.
Yeah,
but
I
she's
was
not
um,
tiny. She is still just small. So it's only
Right.
tiny creatures that you can occupy
Yeah,
the same
I
spot
could
as.
pick.
She'd
I
still
could,
be tanking though, because she'd be right, like
yeah.
that's
Oh.
the easiest thing to
No,
hit.
fairies don't get. Oh, it's halflings that get that, not fairies.
So
Okay.
in that case, because I do only have 8 damage, and at this point I can kind of flutter in and out, sort of as I am. I
Okay.
will back up to give them a little more leeway.
Okay. I
It's like
am.
you don't want to be the person in the breach.
Not with 8 hit points.
True. All right, Henri, you are up.
Henri is our voice of reason to not tank when we're low HP.
Just
No, that's because Henri wants to really go do it. So I'm not helping anyone. Henri is going to draw his sword finally. His very nice, fine sword
Mhm.
with a blade that looks like it's crystalline or some shit and has patterns etched to it. It's very fancy. And he will walk straight into the fog cloud. And I'm in the fog cloud in the doorway, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. The best part of that is he has blind sight, so he doesn't give a shit.
Nice.
So he just wades on in and
Yeah.
goes at the first guy.
There's a guy right there.
Does he? Are we in the obscured area?
Yeah.
Okay, so I get advantage to attack him because he can't see me, but I can see him, right?
If that's how that works.
I believe it is. He's blinded. So
Blinded. Attack rolls against creatures have advantage.
Yep.
Yep.
I rolled an 18 and a 20 on the dice, so that's a crit.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice,
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
That is
This is how we do it.
15 points of
This is
damage.
how we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, he oh no, you get this one.
He's dead, Jim.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
At which point Henri will continue forward into the fog. He sees those two guys, but he doesn't see the guy in the back.
Correct.
But he will kind of just flatten his grip on his sword and again do like a punching motion towards the guy in front of him. I would love for him to, as a bonus action, make a strength saving throw DC 14.
Nope.
Sweet. He gets shoved 5 feet back towards the arch.
Nice.
Just punching motion gets thrown backwards.
They're coming out of the fog.
And that's all I've got.
Okay. Excuse me.
Kind of hope the arching would eat him.
Let's push him through.
Yeah. Wasn't quite close
Okay.
enough for that.
Henri, how far is your blind sight?
10 feet.
Oh, okay. I think so at the top of the round. I think you're gonna see it anyway, Henri, because of where you are. All of the cultists in this room also see this as it happens. It kind of like, it's almost as if this like superimposes over the fog. It's so powerful of an emanation. But you can see that almost like around where this archway with its portal energies almost kind of clears in the fog a little bit, and you see a massive like face-sized yellow eye peering out of the portal, and it's just like the pupils just like looking around.
I have Sauron.
And yep, everybody, including the cultists, are going to make a DC 12 charisma saving throw.
Oof.
All of us too.
Yes, ma'am.
You said a DC what?
12.
Ten.
I rolled a 15, which gives me a total of 14.
Dirty 20.
Hell yeah.
6.
Oh no.
Two of us may.
Which is funny because it was the short ones. Why does it see the short ones?
The tiny ones.
Yes. So,
Why does it?
so who failed it?
Me and Kristen.
Okay. You can't really see this, either as Selma or Astray. But you kind of you feel, and all of you maybe kind of feel this, but you feel almost like a weight of a presence. And you, Selma and Astray, feel its weight upon you, each individually, because obviously you can't feel what the other one is feeling. And
Not yet.
Astray, you will take 3 points of psychic damage, and Selma, you will take 1 point of psychic damage as this gaze levels itself upon you.
Ceaseless watcher, turn your gaze upon this wretched thing.
Yes. Do you say that?
Oh yeah, no, not me. No, sorry, no, that's
channeling
from
something.
that's from the Magnus archives. I'm sorry.
Oh,
That's
fair enough.
it's a podcast.
I need to be watching that.
It's very good. It's very good.
Because that would be pretty creepy.
They sort of start to personify different fears, especially towards the end of the podcast. And every time he like kills somebody, he goes, "Ceaseless watcher, turn your gaze upon this wretched thing." And it's very cool and spooky.
Nice. This spiritual weapon fails to strike you astray.
That's good.
And I'm going to do this so I remember. Huh. And you hear some magic words happen from inside the room that nobody can see the guy.
As a reaction, Henri will yell, "That's a very big eye!"
Kide, you are up. Astray, you are next.
Oh. All right. And so Henri's kind of just beyond the doorway,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
But you can move through me.
Correct, but I can't see in the fog.
Correct.
I believe.
Does my lantern help at all? It
For
sheds
the-
dim light.
Not in fog.
Yeah, not
Okay.
for the fog. Yeah.
Worth a shot. Worth a shot.
You could ask Selma to drop it.
I could. Yeah, because I don't know that I can do anything besides go in there blind where I can't see anything and just start moving my arms like this.
I mean,
hope
you'd just be attacking with disadvantage, so.
all right. I mean, I could try it.
Or you don't have to if you don't want to.
I just don't want to hit you.
Well, you won't have a chance of hitting me, but you still might miss. You could hang back. You could heal people.
Who wants to
I-
do that?
That's why I gave you all good berries.
Yeah, you can pop one of those good berries.
Well,
Want to.
Yeah. I think
I-
because everybody should have 3.
I'm just remembering what low-level paladin can do. They
Yeah,
can do
but
2 things.
that's-
They hit things and heal things.
It's true, but I only have like a small amount of lay on hands, and I'd rather use that when people, to bring them back from being dead to like upright than, just here's 1 hit point. Enjoy it. All right, screw it. I'll rush on in, and attack with disadvantage, against
You got 2 attacks. Take them.
culty guy over there.
Cultimate Cultist.
Ultimate Culters. Damn it.
Beat you to it.
Yeah.
I knew his name. Spoken to me in dreams.
14. Does 14 hit?
Does.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
take that. 7
Oh, wow.
damage as
Dang it.
I flail my arms wildly in the direction of people that I don't think are Henri. And I will try it again.
Heck yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah.
It's disadvantage. So 15.
That'll work.
Still hit.
All right. And then 6. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You cut Daryl down.
I hardly knew him.
Daryl?
Yep. His name was Daryl.
Named characters that we
Yep.
didn't even get to see.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
Ugh.
Henri just kind of looks over and you can't make any of this out, but you do hear him go, "That was really well done."
Oh, good. That wasn't you.
You say that now, give it time.
Can't see anything.
Anything else?
That's You know what? I'm gonna actually move one more step over.
Okay.
Cover.
Because there's a pillar here, so I figure I'm kind of just you know,
Yeah.
bringing that between me and whatever is in the middle of the room.
Right. Astray.
Astray is going to see the better part of Valor and take a potion of healing as her action because she's down to 2 hit points.
Yes. Yes.
We will allow potions to be quaffed as bonus actions.
Bonus action? Okay.
Yeah,
I was going to ask
absolutely.
that, but. Well, hey, I'm
As much
back
as
up
I
to
hate
full.
bonus actions, we'll just
My whole 9 points.
That's
Nice.
good. Did what it's supposed to.
All right. And then since that's a bonus action.
It does have passive perception.
Yeah, since she's healed, she's gonna go and she's gonna try and run into Henri and go a little bit beside him. And then I don't know that I wouldn't be able to get close enough to hit Bobby. So she'll be like, I don't think I can hit anything, and then just take some swings at dead air.
But you could try hiding.
That's an action for me until next level.
What action have you taken?
Bonus action.
What action have you taken this round?
I'm gonna action hide.
Yeah.
In the fog.
Nice.
That's a good point, because then I can probably get sneak attack next time. I haven't played
And
a rogue
hopefully
in a
they
long
won't
time.
target you.
I will say that the fog gives you the same benefit as hiding.
So you could action
Okay.
dodge.
Oh, I will.
So you
Okay, I've
well,
thrown one of my daggers. That leaves me 3. Okay, I'm gonna throw a
Yep.
dagger.
so you could throw dagger, or you could action dash to get to a different position as well, just as
think-
options.
Staying right there and
That's fair.
throwing the dagger with a hope and a prayer in a direction that I think a person would be.
I mean, you're
Okay.
halfway there.
You can kind of make out 2 people. You have Bobby, and his name isn't Shield, but that's
Isn't
the
it?
bottom.
I rolled 2 nat 18s.
Nice. That's gonna hit.
I just had D4s. Where the hell did you go?
I ate them. I'm sorry. I got very hungry.
Who are you throwing it at?
Bobby, because
Okay.
that would be the general direction I would throw. So that is 6 points of damage.
Nice.
Oh, wait. And if I'm technically hidden, sneak attack.
Yeah, sneak attack. Yep, absolutely.
3 more points of damage.
Jesus. Yeah, you throw your dagger, and the fog clears in the wake of your throw. Like it's like you can
Yeah.
see the wake of the dagger as
Cool.
through the fog, and you get a nice glimpse as it buries itself to the hilt in his eyeball, and he falls over. He falls over dead. All my cultists are dying.
That's what cultists do.
They
That's
die.
true. That's what they do.
This is why we don't join cult, kids.
Brilliant.
Do not drink
Selma,
the flavor aid. Yes, me. I'm
You
gonna
are up.
let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna go this direction instead. 25, 30. I think. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And I'm gonna I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, he's dead?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the
Oh
one I
shit.
just took out.
I've got too many tokens on. It's getting weird on me.
In that case, I'm gonna instead stay right here-ish, up towards the ceiling, and I think I'm gonna drop fog cloud, unless y'all maybe think that's a bad idea.
I think
think
it
at
served
this-
its purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna drop fog cloud. and then just kind of hover around this pillar because I can't attack. I can't get within range to attack anything.
Okay.
And yeah, I guess that's all I got for the moment.
You want to dodge?
As you drop the fog cloud, you see this very obviously, like the cultist leader, right? A woman in very similar purple robes, but there's like a gold fringe, a gold like edging, so as to signify I'm cooler than the rest of these schmucks
Motherfucker.
in the cult. She's got she's wielding a wand of some kind in one hand, and a wicked curved dagger in the other hand. And as the fog cloud comes down, she's like looking around because she can't see shit. And then it comes down and she sees you lot standing there, and then sees her dead cultists. And there's a very marked fuck. Ah. Yeah.
If you
Henri.
would like to surrender, we will accept.
And she says something cool. Hang on.
I also think the fog cloud, like, it doesn't necessarily disappear. It just all drops to the ground. So it's all like just like
Swirling at our feet.
yeah, it's just really like ambient now. It's really nice.
Just get some atmosphere to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like a haunted house.
Yes. There's
Fog machine.
yeah, now it's just
a
dry
fog
ice.
machine along the floor. Yep. Yep. She says, you fools, you think I need to surrender. It's you who will surrender when Abraxas steps forth.
Oh no.
Is that his eye?
Hey.
He watches.
I do
He
not think he's going to fit through
comes.
your portal.
But yeah, it's a little it's kind of small.
She says, "O ye of little faith."
Okay.
Are we still in initiative, or are we like
Oh yeah, she has not yielded.
We just all took a moment to sass.
Yeah.
Kide will like
Not
look
very
around the
intimidating.
pillar and say, so what is your evil plan?
Get the bad guy to
Yes,
monologue.
monologue.
Yes.
She lets out a laugh. And, it's like one of those evil laughs that takes on a life of its own, and it kind of echoes around the chamber, and it's a little awkward for a minute. She stops and it's still kind of going, and then she looks at you again. I am summoning our Lord Abraxas, and he will crush the weaklings of the city, and we will rule for an age.
Now you said we, or is it really just going to be him?
Yes.
Because it
The faithful of Abraxas,
so just you.
we will enslave you all.
And have you gotten this in writing from Abraxas? Because he
Yes,
might
you will feed
not
us
honor
grapes.
this contract.
That is the second tenant. You will feed us grapes. And
I
you
think
will
there's
feed
some
him.
confusion in this contract, but okay.
You're elderly.
What?
This is a lot of
Yes.
work for grapes.
Wait, he's gonna eat
Abraxas.
the elderly?
Feeds on the elderly. He has a demon prince of strange tastes.
I
I don't
Okay,
know.
well, I don't think it's gonna go the way you think it does. He's from the Hells. So what's your
We'll find out in a few seconds when he comes through the portal.
Oh God.
I think we should attack
Is she
him
going to
now.
act? Is she going to act, or do I get to throw a hand axe at her?
No, it's your action, dude.
Oh, well, actually, I think it's not my initiative; it's someone else's initiative.
Yeah,
It
no,
was
it's your action.
Yeah, Selma had dropped fog cloud.
And then
That's why-
I wasn't close
Oh,
enough
it
to
is
do
me.
I wasn't close
Yeah.
enough to do anything else.
Oh.
so.
Yeah.
In that case, there's just kind of a moment where Henri goes, "Hold that thought." Dashes over to the far side of her,
Yeah.
and just because now she's got the angle right, it's like, And I would like her as a bonus action to make a strength saving throw.
All
Gonna
right.
give her a little love shove.
14.
My DC is 14, so she succeeds.
Yes.
As he clearly tries to do the, you know, telekinetic punch her into the archway. It doesn't work. He just kind of goes, was worth a shot, and strikes at her with a
tickle
sword.
me, boy. Ah, sword.
Sword in.
Estrella is all like, how can we destroy this portal? Well, it won't be by strength.
But you can murder them with strength. Does a 19 hit?
I mean, yeah.
My strength
Checking.
is -2.
I do 10 points of damage with my
All
fun
right.
longsword.
I am not a strong.
As fighter, am strong.
All right.
And that is all my fun tricks.
At the top of the round,
I don't like to hear that.
a wave of necrotic energy pulses from the portal. Boom,
Oh, no.
boom. And Irvana cries out, and you see there's like a spurt of blood that emanates from somewhere, maybe from her mouth or her nose, or I don't know, something bursts and there's blood, and it floats and swirls into the energies in the portal, and she takes some damage. Half of 23 is we'll call it 11. Yeah, she takes some damage, and the
I'm not gonna
eye.
say I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, right. I mean, I feel like that was obvious from the beginning.
I think the blood would come from her eyes since she was just attacked by only an eye.
Oh yeah, good call.
Symmetry, I like it.
How do I do that?
What is
Add a
that?
monster. How do I add a monster to this?
No, it's not.
Okay, we'll just do this. A creature steps forward. Let me.
A wild demon has appeared.
Yes.
Do not want.
Okay. And it is. I'm not entirely prepared. There we go.
It's okay.
He can just go back in the
Hey.
portal.
Yeah, a bipedal, hairy man beast with long arms and like, like almost like ape long, so they're like past its knees, large claws, and it has a pig-like face with big floppy ears and slavering mouth. Steps forward and goes like this, and then says something in like a weird language. What languages does it speak?
I assume
Does anyone
abyssal.
speak abyssal?
Negative.
Negative. Okay.
I don't.
No.
All
That's
right.
that's probably good that none of us speaks demon.
I mean, I have primordial, so
I have infernal and
Oh, you have primordial.
Oh well,
I
infernal's
do
related.
as well. I also have primordial.
hey,
I don't.
I was like, what would a fae?
that means when
'cause-
Kide was looking over my shoulder, she could read some of the extra writing that I had in there in my journal.
Well, because they give you
Remind-
so much for certain things. They give you so many languages, and at a certain point, you're like, I guess maybe
I'll
it
take
makes
all of
sense
them.
for you. Sure, I'll take primordial. Like,
Yeah. All right. Yes. This creature has stepped forward and looks about hungrily. Okay. I have it pulled up. That drops. This goes away. Blah.
Bye-bye,
And
spiritual weapon.
and yeah, the portal winks out. Whoop. The
Think
energies
demon?
kind of disperse.
I
Don't know if that's good or bad.
well, I mean that's a lot smaller than the other one.
that Abraxas?
No.
Here's the best part. It's gonna
Oh,
roll
yeah.
randomly for who it attacks.
Oh,
Yep. Yep. It's going to turn and attack Urbana. Yep.
justice.
This
Session
ritual
one,
did not
just a
go the way
classic
she thought it
lesson
was
in why
going to
you
go.
don't worship
super
demons.
awkward. Yeah, right.
You get it
So
writing
it-
first, and then you bring him forth.
It's an educational episode, folks.
It is.
It swipes it turns and swipes at her with its claw, and she kind of ducks out of the way, and she says, my lord, my lord, you are not as I expected. I am your faithful servant. Do not attack me. And then it is going to bite at her face. Oh, son of a bitch. Dice down, dice down. Oh, yeah. I will continue sucking at dice. And it misses her again. It is her turn. And she is going to
Try and sort her problems.
She says, oh, my lord, you leave me no choice. And oh god. And casts inflict wounds on it.
That's one of the best spells.
I know, right?
It's such a good thematic spell.
14 and does fuck 14 points of damage to it.
Fuck!
Man, that would
I
have.
rolled shitty.
Yeah,
Maybe
that would
if we
that
just
would've
sit back,
killed
they'll
most
kill
of
each
us.
other.
let them fight.
Let them fight. We'll just be back here until you've settled this agreement thing. Still pressed up against the pillar.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. Cool. And Key Day,
Yep.
you're up. Astray, you're next.
And the portal is currently off.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
after this creature kind of stepped through, it kind of winked out in a
right.
wave of necrotic energy.
I am going to. I don't want to stand on the portal, but I will come over here and I'm
Okay.
gonna stab that cult leader.
Okay.
If I may.
You may.
17.
Yes.
For 8 damage. All right.
Maybe. Who can say?
And then my
Uh,
second hit does not land.
Okay. Ah! I am beset. My Lord Abraxas.
I'm beset.
Maybe Abraxas? That's cute.
That's it. That's all you got.
That's it. I'm just gonna
All
stay
right.
here.
Astray.
Astray's gonna hit the ugly thing.
Yeah.
You run up and hold on to pull out the last 2 daggers and dagger.
Dagger,
Dagger, indeed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure an 8 doesn't hit.
You would be correct.
That's better. 21.
That most assuredly will.
3 points of damage.
Please describe for us how you kill Abraxas.
So Astray moves forward and she draws her last 2 daggers, point out at the bottom like this, and she swipes with the first one and misjudges how tall he is as she's aiming for a leg or something, and then swipes down and comes in underneath and gets him right in the gut and pulls the knife up and just guts him.
There's just a fountain of demon guts spilling out on the ground.
Astray is gonna smell awesome.
Yeah,
Ew.
Good thing there's
And,
artisanal soaps back in
that's right.
They give you a basket when you get to town.
Irvana says, "No, my lord," and he goes, and then falls over.
I don't think that was him.
You are most likely correct, my friend.
Anything else from you, Astray?
Nope, that was my action and bonus action.
Okay. That was both of your attacks?
Yes. I
Oh.
missed the first one.
Oh, okay.
And the second one was awesome.
Selma.
Yeah. I'm gonna flutter. I don't want to hit anybody. Is my problem. But you're all within range of the only attack. Well, no, that's not entirely true. I'll fly over here, and I will try and hit Nirvana with my light hammer.
Nice.
Oh wait, no, that's a bad idea.
Is it though?
No, I get a -2 to damage, I think.
You get advantage if you are flanking. So if you move 1 square,
Yeah.
No, I
Over.
mean my
Then-
damage is like
She's
Okay.
bad at hitting things.
I have a -2 to my strength. Yep, my quarterstaff sucks too.
Mistakes were made.
I was like, yeah, I'll pick a hammer.
Sounds like someone needs shillelagh.
It's really
Someone needs shillelagh
bad.
badly.
Oh, it's really
Yeah.
bad.
maybe you could
That's
do
right.
a help action to
Um,
help someone else with advantage, or you could dodge on the off chance of not getting hit.
Dodge is always important.
It's true. Oh god. Henri, you're after me, right?
Yes.
All right. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly over Irvana, and go to the other side. But as I'm flying over, I want to like grab at her head and just try and help Henri to get maybe an advantage.
Nice.
Like I'm just like being an obnoxious bee at the moment.
Yep. Into it. Henri, you're
Appreciated
up.
greatly.
Yeah.
At which point Henri's going to take the opportunity to stab someone
Yeah.
on account of they've got it coming.
She had it coming.
Got
She really
highest
kinda did.
roll on the dice was a 14 plus my numbers
That'll
is
hit.
exactly what 21.
The
Definitely
cultists
hit.
ran into my knives. They ran into my knives 10 times.
10 times. Yeah.
For 9 points of damage.
All right.
And at the end of that, he will go, I would surrender now if I were you.
She looks at you, looks down at the wound and your sword impaling her chest. And she says, I surrender. And then coughs up some blood in a very action movie way and then dies.
Somebody feed her a good berry.
I mean, we could. I could if you want me to. I
She's-
am.
She's useful alive.
I
I'll
can
feed.
Let's
heal her
let's take a
point.
pause there and we'll take a break.
Fine.
We'll let you think about what you want to do. We'll take a break, refresh ourselves, get a beverage.
But I'm always fresh.
Um,
Fresh. Exciting.
Anyone,
So fresh and so
Anyone
clean,
who's-
clean.
anyone who's here, who's here?
People.
Someone's here. I can
I
look.
don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
Autumn
yes.
Knox is there and she's talking shit at my idea. And I say to you,
Head of-
Autumn Knox, always interrogate the prisoner unless you have speak to dead,
Headalicious.
which case you kill them and then interrogate the ghost.
I'm headalicious.
What
Izzy
are you trying
Beth?
to do?
I'm just shouting out people who are here. Vamp
Gotcha.
Wickman, Reckless Attack. Thanks for joining us. We're going to take a break. You should take a break. Get a beverage for yourself, maybe a snack. You're not on camera, so you can eat snacks. We'll be back maybe 10 minutes. Take a load off, go for a walk around a little bit.
I can count that high. I got that many
Um,
fingers. We're good.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Okay. I'll wait.
I think that just means. Oh, hey.
We gave each other finger guns. Hello. Welcome back. The break is over. So if you're eating a cookie, put it down. If you're getting a drink, if you're
Slap it out of your hand.
You're not my supervisor.
yeah. Welcome back. Thank you for staying around. If you've been with us the whole time, if you're just joining us, welcome. To catch everyone up real quick, just in case anyone forgot, there was a fight with some cultists. A fog cloud was used to maximum effect. A demon, whose name may or may not be Abraxas, came out of the portal that was in there.
There was definitely a Daryl at some point.
Yep, there was a Daryl. That's true. And then the party murdered everybody. The demon definitely attacked the cultist that summoned it. It had a pig face. It obviously didn't care. It was just trying to hide the evidence. Yeah, so you have Irvana has just expired on your blade. We talked offline about some different options that you may or may not have. I'm fine with just popping out of initiative. I'm not going to kill her immediately.
Yeah.
You can, if you have abilities that you want to use, please, you can engage with this.
Selma will flutter on down and she'll put her lantern on top of Irvana's chest and just kind of give it a little tap, and it sort of radiates like a bell. And I cast Spare the Dying, and she's okay.
She's stable.
She's not dead yet.
Spare the Dying. They're stable at 0. Is that correct?
Yeah,
just
and
says
unconscious.
it just says the creature becomes stable. So maybe I'll
Stable
shove.
Well, no, we want to drag her back unconscious. We don't want to wake her ass up.
Stabilize is good,
Right.
because a creature that is stabilized is at 0 hit points. They're not actively dying. After a
Right.
long rest, they will regain consciousness with 1 hit point.
Okay, good.
So that is a perfect state.
Excellent.
Yeah. I like that idea of setting the lantern on her chest. The cool resounding sound is, I like that. I feel like maybe some of these motes of star pieces or whatever these things are, these lights kind of come out and like maybe go into her mouth.
There's like 2 larger ones floating in the sort of silveryness of it, because there's 2 charges, and and the big mote just flies into her, and that's bing.
Yeah, and there's like the rays of the chest. And yeah, she is living, unconscious, but living.
That is an excellent trick. I overdid it there. I apologize. We should probably get everything we can out of these cultists and get the fuck out.
I'm gonna tie up Irvana with some rope.
I'm gonna dig in her robes and see if she's got anything cool.
Yeah, I'll turn her pockets out while we're doing it.
I'm gonna search the other cultists in the room.
Good idea.
I'm gonna help Astray.
There's plenty cultists for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Check it out. We can mechanize this with investigation rolls.
I would like to provide help to Astray so that she rolls with advantage.
Well, I don't need that because I just rolled a natural 20 for 23.
Oh.
Well, I fucking helped.
Okay.
Where were those during?
That's why I was laughing, and I think why Michael was like, "I help you," because we expected it to be really low.
I saw one coming. Oh well.
I'll do an
Who else is
investigation.
investigating?
I will
Yeah.
investigate. Ooh.
Investigate.
Yes. That is 19.
Nice.
Can I investigate while tying her up, or do I need to wait? I mean,
Yeah, you can.
Okay,
Sure.
all right.
Yeah.
I'm not good at
I'm
this.
into it.
4. I'm busy.
4. All right. All right. Let me-
She seems to have limbs still.
Here. Yeah, check that out. All right. Oh, you can't see that. Okay. The first thing. Oh, whoops. Why did I move that? So let's go with Astray. First, since you rolled super high. So you're kind of once overing the other cultists. Are you looking at the demon at all?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the demon's not wearing any clothes and doesn't have anything in its secret pocket either.
They're
In
cloaca?
case you check there. If you don't check there, then don't worry about it.
I mean, I'm already covered in awful, but some shit.
That's fair.
Demon shit.
It hasn't eaten anything. You know that. It would come out. You would see it. So you find a one of these cultists has a small sack or like a large pouch with gold and jewels in it. It's about 45 gold pieces worth of gold and jewels and jewelry pilfered from the tombs. You also notice at the base of one of these pillars, probably the one the bottom left pillar, as you're kind of looking at that, you're looking at Mr. Headless there. you notice that there is a hidden panel at the base of a pillar there, and you can see that there is a slightly discolored like rock that may or may not be a triggering mechanism to this panel. Should you so choose to engage with that.
I do want to check for traps before I engage
no worries.
it.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Okay. 15.
Yeah, this neither this like panel nor this trigger, you can obviously tell with investigation that this is like a false rock that is like a trigger mechanism, and neither of these two are trapped.
All right, I'm going to trigger the false rock then.
The panel springs open, book, and you see a ring with 3 rubies in it.
I hear them's money.
And by the way, Astray is absolutely going to divvy up all of the money once we actually have money for jewels and stuff. She is not the thievery type rogue where she just keeps everything for herself.
That's good. Nice.
That, and you've probably noticed over the day that she hasn't really eaten anything and occasionally forgets to breathe and doesn't expire from it.
We're not here to
drink
judge.
anything.
That's fair.
And she gave away all of her provisions. She has no provisions.
We'll deal with that later.
Yes.
Selma is not she's very perceptive, but she's a little on another planet. So
I think we need to have a talk about self-care
Oh boy, do we. Selma, what did you roll again for
I
your
rolled
investigation roll?
a 19.
A 19, that's right. So the first and I think most obvious thing that you notice on Irvana's body is a large obsidian skull, perhaps the size of, it's like two softballs. So it's like a little smaller than like a normal human skull.
But bigger than my head for sure.
Yeah, not
Well-
much bigger. It's probably maybe about the size of your head. Yeah.
Creepy. All right.
Yeah, but it is definitely made out of obsidian.
Okay.
Wait. Uh. Okay. Is that so? It's carved out of rock.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm going to I'm going to activate my paladin ability of divine sense, and
Mm.
I'm just going to see if anything is celestial, fiend, undead, or affected by the hallow spell.
The entire rest of your party.
All right, give me a quick second here. Hold on. There you go. Let me double check a couple of things.
Yeah. Someone's got it up and she's just kind of like freaky.
Can't look at it. I can't look at it there. Ooh, racist. Hang on. Hold on. There we go. There we go.
my boy.
Okay. You do not sense any undead. You do not sense any celestial. This dead body over here is definitely fiendish.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't so what all does it sense?
It within 60 feet, anything celestial, fiend, or undead that is not behind total cover.
Okay.
And I know the type, and then of any being whose presence you can sense but not its identity. You can also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated.
This skull has been consecrated
Oh,
because that seems cool.
okay.
I don't know what that means, but it seems cool. Let's go with it.
Does it? I mean,
Um,
does it look like the one that I have in my possession, only like made out of obsidian now?
it
That's a fantastic question. I guess no, like it's
Okay.
it's a skull, but it's a good representation of a skull. It is not like a photoreal skull. It's not obviously
Okay.
like this was a skull that was turned into an obsidian skull. This is a skull that somebody carved feasibly at some point out of this piece of obsidian.
You
somebody
do
who
also
likes
ping
skull.
astray as undead.
I don't think she counts as
It
undead.
does. You count as
Or-
undead or construct. Anything that'll work on them works
Mm.
on you.
Okay.
also consecrated means it's been made sacred.
Yeah.
So
All right. I guess you do sense undead. I just looked at it. That's what I was looking at. I was like, does she
I
undead?
didn't look at it because it doesn't say it in just the regular things. Like you have to actually go into a forum to find it.
Oh,
But it's been ruled by most people that yes.
so
Only inner
let's do this. I will ask you, Kristen, is that what you want?
I'm fine with that. Yeah. I think it
Because-
would be a thing that happened. So
Okay. Because I can see it. I kind of think of it as you are in between in my brain. But if you want to count as undead, I'm into that. That's fine.
So maybe a lighter aura.
Yeah, like you do
Like
get
a
a little
faint
bit of the
whiff?
aura. Yeah, it's not completely, but
Okay. Ooh, I like. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. I like that. It's like a light undead.
Like a flavor.
Eau de la undead.
Like
A little
it's undead
LaCroix,
light.
the
LITE.
LaCroix of
Yeah.
undead.
It's undead ice. Like, yeah. Yep. Okay.
Is the
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
is the skull?
you'll have
Sorry.
seen like my eyes will have turned kind of a bluish color for a second as I like scan the room. And maybe Kristen, your character would have noticed that I look at you and kind of like do this little cringe thing. And then I just continue and not say anything.
God. Do I find
oh,
anything other than the skull?
Yep. Let me. Yep. Give me one sec.
Yeah.
Anything else special? Oh, she. There are two. She has on her person two scrolls, like two scroll tubes, and probably let's say she's a cult leader, so she's got 13 gold in coin on her, equivalent of however you want to break it up. But yeah, so the skull and a couple of scroll tubes. Yep.
Okay, I'll tuck the scrolls in my bag and I'll look over at Kide, since they seemed interested, and be like, do you want this? About the skull.
I seem to be making a collection. And she'll take the obsidian skull and pocket it.
If nothing
have a
else, you can
collection?
use it as a paperweight.
I don't know why, but I already have one and I don't feel like I can part with it. So
Well, we all have one skull.
mm, she'll if she feels like we're safe at a moment, like we're not going to be besieged by more cultists, she will pull into her bag and like bring out a tiny skull.
Oh, that one's cute.
That is somehow both adorable and off-putting all at the same time. That's
It is
Very
fire
impressive.
blackened.
was that a friend of yours, or was this a foe who you've taken a trophy from?
I don't know.
That was an unfair question of me. I apologize on account of our situation. It's a very nice goal. Yes, you are building a collection, and I look forward to helping you expand it.
Is that small skull fairy sized? Out of curiosity.
I think it's actually that's a good question. Give me one sec. Please allow me
Introduce myself.
to search.
Everybody gets 3 gold from the cultist leader.
Mm.
I didn't. It's 13 divided by 4. Just take 3.
It is actually a smaller skull
Okay.
than your skull would be were it to be separate from your body.
Okay.
So it's less threatening.
Yes. Less spooky.
Yeah, and if anybody reaches for it, she'll just like pull it back. Just to be like, I need this.
I need this. I need this.
Put it away.
This is mine.
We are not here to judge anyone's
Skull collection.
collections of whatever it may be, whether it's collection is with skulls, gold, precious memories, poetry, music scribbled on two pieces of parchment that are very separate from each other. No just.
Crystal swords.
It's a very nice sword.
It is a very nice sword.
Actually, can I pop open the 2 scroll tubes, but I want to point them away
Yeah.
from my face.
Sure. There's a light puff of dust from each of them.
Ooh.
Oh shit, Ryson.
Ah!
You hear from the doorway a voice that says, "Oh, the show and tell." Did I miss show and tell?
Henri
time?
just turns sword up and then it's Quibble, isn't it?
It's Quibble, yeah. She's like leaning. You've healed her, but she's still like injured, like dramatic, like narratively, she's still a little injured. So she's like kind of leaning against the door frame.
Well,
where did
allow me to explain the situation. You were
where did
entirely
that
correct.
come from?
I was going to explain that. You don't mind giving me a moment. We interrupted the ritual, sort of. We put down most of the cultists, as you can see here. We've kept the cult leader alive. We're going to drag them back and let someone in the guards talk to them. I'm sure they're going to have a wonderful conversation. And in the meantime, they were opening a portal. It did spit out that, which we believe is some form of demon. I don't know. I'm not a demonologist. It's not really something I have a lot of knowledge on. Although I suppose, given the situation, for all I know, I could be a serial occultist with deep training and just have forgotten most of it. Times she's weird like that. Anyway, we're done here. We think. Are we done here?
Looting bodies. I wanted to see what was in these scroll cases.
There are one piece of parchment each.
Can I inspect them and see if I know what they are? Or
Yes, ma'am.
yeah,
Dirty
Absolutely.
fairy drawings.
You pull them out.
Yeah.
One of them is give me a D20 roll, please.
Sure thing.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Natural 20.
Fun
nice.
stuff.
Boop, 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 boop. Oh, that's awkward. This the table I'm at doesn't account for that.
Oh, natural 20.
It is, yeah. No, it's yeah. It is a scroll. Let's hang on. Give me a okay. That's. I feel awkward now. Give me a second.
We all feel awkward. It's okay.
Dungeon Master's Guide.
Dungeon Master.
Magic items. Okay. Oh, well, let's do this. Okay. Give me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give me a D10 roll, please.
Where'd they go? Yeah. That's a 6.
Okay. Give me a. Okay. Give me a D20 roll.
A natural 1.
It is a scroll of absorb elements.
Ooh.
Oh.
It is a first level druid spell.
Which is hilarious because it's on my spell list. I did pick that up. I did.
That means you can cast it, which is
I
good.
can.
Um,
Alrighty. And the other one, or
the other one. What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Druidic, Primordial, and Sylvan.
Is in a language you do not understand.
All right. I will add the scroll case to with the absorb elements to my bag and say, I can't read this one.
Oh, let me see it.
I will hand it off.
What languages do you speak?
Let's see. Celestial, Common, Deep Speech, Elvish, and Sinceraki.
Hang on, I should actually now. Why isn't there a list of languages? There we go. Okay.
No one speaks languages. They're so passe.
Nobody speaks other languages. I'm sorry. Say your languages. Do you speak Draconic?
No.
All right,
Nope.
let's just do this easy way. Does anyone speak Draconic?
Nope.
All right, you have a scroll that is in Draconic. We'll just skip to that, Chase. There's
I have no
sense
idea
in-
what this. Maybe a nice
Go
recipe.
around the horn.
I hand it
We don't
back
speak
to
Dwarven. We don't
Selma.
speak Draconic.
Actually, I'll quibble. Do you speak Draconic?
Question. Let me roll.
You can
for it.
roll for it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't.
That's okay. We'll figure it out, and I'll add it back to my bag. Just
I'm sure there are many people in town that speak it.
I wonder,
Yeah,
do they
perhaps
speak?
at the Tower of the Arcane?
Do they all speak the same Draconic, or does Draconic sound different on different planes?
that's a question
never-
for somebody else.
Met a dragon, let alone met a dragon from a different plane.
Well, it's just it bears. If we consider the existence of multiple prime material planes in the grander cosmetic or cosmological scale, but there are dragons on each one, is there only one dragon language, or are there various forms of Draconic depending on which material plane you are upon?
I've often heard tell that people will ask, is common the same common on different places?
A similar question.
I don't
Out of
think it
character,
is.
I stumbled onto out of character horrifying truth. If you look at like Fizbins, which I kind of love, dragons can see to other prime material planes, so there's only actually one fucking Draconic, and that terrifies me that I just said that out loud.
Yeah. Fantastic. What would you like to do now, my friends?
I think we should head back. I think that's a good plan, and take this bitch back. And
Yeah. Henri literally just picks her up and tosses her over his shoulder, trussed up.
Yes.
Key, do you need anything
Perhaps
else?
we should turn her into the knights.
Oh,
I
That's a
was
good
hoping to do that.
idea.
that sounds like a great idea.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure we were all in accord. It's important to have representation.
We just fire Miss
Allons-y.
carrying her.
Yeah, just he's got a
Nice.
19 strength. He doesn't give a shit.
No, yeah, absolutely.
and
on
Astrea's gonna scout ahead to make sure we don't run into anything else on our way back.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'll
see.
flutter along behind with my ridiculous perception and lantern.
Henri, just when they get to the entrance to this whole thing, just grabs his stick, relights his lantern on the stick, realizes he has a problem. Kide, would you mind holding this?
Sure.
The lantern with the stick with the lantern on it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank
She
you.
takes
Just
the
whoop.
stick and lantern.
It's
Me
just a
just
quarter
now
staff with a
realizing
lantern on
I
the
have
end.
a bullseye lantern that'll stay lit for 6 hours.
You're able to make your way back. Going forward, I will actually have completed the task that you set before me last session after this session. So I'm not gonna make you guys roll the like the travel rolls because I want to have a more measurable way of what that means than what I have right now. So, and it's already a path that you've traveled before, so I'm not worried about it. You're not worried about it. It's okay. But yeah, you travel back kind of the same way you came. You know, it's kind of a long, dark trek. Although of course you have lights, so it's not really dark. You don't notice anything untoward. There's no, I don't know, undead. There's no bandits or whatever the things that might lurk in the darkness.
No
None
undead
of that is
bandits.
around. Yeah, there's no undead bandits. There's no rats. You do see some rat poops, but you don't see any rats. And you make your way kind of back to the campsite where this whole thing kind of started at. Quibble. Oh, hang on, I gotta Quibble kind of takes a, she's like, hey, like these are my dead friends here. Perhaps
I would help
Yeah,
carry them
you-
back, but I have no strength.
Yeah,
I could
we
probably
can.
carry at least one of them, but I can't heal somebody who is dead.
Me either.
perhaps
We can
we
we
there are
could-
many.
come back for them, maybe.
That's not a bad idea. She says, well, there are many burial chambers here. She kind of like, she like maybe like pauses. There's like a searching thought face, right, for a minute, and she's like, I mean, how much do the dead mind? You know, maybe we could find an empty space, or we could double them. We could double them up.
If we can find space, I can do.
Yeah,
I can perform rites. This can be
that
done.
would be.
Right. Or, you know, you could tell us which one's your favorite and we'll drag them back to town and see if maybe somebody could raise them.
Well, yeah. Why don't we just, see if we can bury him here?
All right.
At least then we will know where they are resting, and we can perhaps guess that. Just kind of sit down the not dead person I've got.
Yeah.
Start.
Yeah. She like, Quibble kind of goes through and collects a few things. A few like obviously like kind of gets her stuff and then goes through kind of the bodies and maybe like collects a couple of like trinkets or identifying things. You spend probably maybe like an hour and a half, and you're able to find, like, as a concerted effort, you kind of search about and are able to find some like nice viable spots in and amongst the other graves that are kind of everywhere in this whole like complex, the cliffs of the dead, right? It's literally barrows on barrows on barrows on barrows. A couple of them, actually empty the shelves, or like the little alcoves of body, like in
The
like
catacombs
in,
where they
like
have
in
Skyrim.
catacombs, like in
bunks.
Skyrim, yeah, like in France, yeah.
We come from
And
France.
there's like one of them that you have to like you like snuggle up with another
Thank you, Beldar.
body, like a bones, you kind of like just push over a little bit.
Now cuddle.
And
As we're doing that, at towards the end of that all, Henri does in fact pull out just kind of a small prayer wheel, just kind of inscribed cedar with a small chain and a bell on it on kind of the end of a handle. And he just kind of sits down cross-legged before everybody and starts, just kind of rolling it and making it make its noise, and begins chanting in unknown language.
Selma will cast. She's gonna cast Druidcraft, and she's just gonna make forget-me-nots appear in the dirt and the ground around, just little pops of blue, like a blanket along the bodies.
You all look over, and Astray is like sitting down next to one, and her arm is next to their arm, like comparing the skin tone.
That's messed up.
Yeah, Kide notices that, and she just makes a little side eye.
Nice. Quibble takes some of these trinkets that she's gathered from these people, and like, there's like urns and stuff next to like all these alcoves, and like, put some things in urns, and says like I guess like a prayer, and like uses their names because they totally have names, and
Yeah, you totally made
yeah.
those up, right? Like
yeah,
you
but I totally
added
made
them?
those names up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Alphonse, Geronimus,
Alphonse,
Carolus the Lesser.
and yeah, she says their names, and like, oh, Alphonse, I remember when you stubbed your toe, I guess, on that skull that we found back there, and everyone laughed, and it was great, and it's sad that you're dead now, and that kind of stuff, kind of says a memory about them. And some of them are like pretty benign, like, oh yeah, you farted once and it was hilarious. Like, obviously she probably hasn't known some of these people for very long. And like Alphonse, she knows a little bit better. And then you sit around like a little awkward for like maybe like a few heartbeats. And then everyone realizes that, oh, yep, okay, we're done now. And she says, well, all right, well, hey, thanks for that. Yeah, let's get back.
Agreed. Puts everything away.
Astray starts skipping down the trail.
Oh, really? Skipping willy-nilly down the trail, huh? No, I'm just
Kide, do you know why she is skipping?
I don't
maybe?
actually, but I think we do in fact have to have a little conversation with her about the fact that she doesn't eat, and
That's
she's
unhelpful.
as pale as a corpse, and she has this aura to her.
Yeah, you see in Henri's eyes, he goes from zeros to get it in like a split second. He goes, certainly a topic worth discussing.
Selma pokes her head in between the two of them like she's been listening the entire time. And goes, she may be a dead person.
That is our concern, yes. Thank you for explicating in the event that someone was eavesdropping and wasn't sure about it, or perhaps observing us from afar using some sort of magical device.
Okay.
I mean, no, she's a very nice corpse, but I am concerned.
I make no judgments on any corpse.
I certainly didn't mean it in a bad way.
All right.
I got real Midwestern there, didn't I?
It's a wee bit. It's okay.
It went real like, I don't mean it in a bad way.
Well,
It's
to
fair.
be fair, I believe you come from a slightly different place of existence where such boundaries may be slightly more fluid. They're not usually as fluid,
I don't know.
but that may also explain why she comes. Well, don't all fairies come from the Feywild?
I don't know.
I will
Couldn't tell
say,
ya.
as the dungeon master of this game, that the Feywild is not necessarily a word that you know.
With
Just because
training
we're
in-
using a slightly different, we're using this is a slightly different weird place.
well, allow me
Yeah,
to
yeah.
explicate where I'm coming from to see if there was a
Yep.
different word I would know. Trained in religion, which I take to, among other things, have a grasp of cosmology. So I
Yep.
take as the understanding that there is a place that Fae come from.
Okay. Give me a religion roll. If you're gonna call it religion, I'm gonna make you roll that shit, son.
12.
12. You you know that you you have a sense, right, that you in a way that you have a sense that this, even though you're not really sure where or what this is, like where you're at, right, the city, that this is, you know, you have that balls to bones sense that this is where you're from and that this is an anchor point for you. You have, in the same way, you have a sense that there are fey creatures that are from this place, this realm. I'm gonna use that word realm a lot. This realm to be different from planes, because they're slightly different in a way. That this place is, that there are, but then there is also a place that you have a sense of that it has a name that you will know once I
Sylvania.
once I am very careful to double check what
Champagne
it's actually
Urbana?
called. Nope, I moved it. Oh no.
Wisconsin.
Where the fuck did oh, here we go. There is a place called Erwind. A word, you know, as you're kind of like, it might be one of those things that, like, as you're like speaking, you get this word, Erwind. And you have a sense that that is a place where many Fey beings are from, perhaps a homeworld of sorts for what you could call fairies or elves.
Well, in that case, don't all Fae come from Erwin?
I don't know. Maybe.
Why don't you,
Yes. Shall I make
Selma,
a roll?
and you, Key let's do let's call it charisma saving throws.
Oh,
I have hurt you with the power of words. Knowledge is pain.
is my charisma. I forgot already.
7.
7.
Yeah, 8.
8.
Oh,
You
My power is overwhelming.
when he says Erwind, it resonates with the both of you pretty much numerically in the same way. It resonates with the both of you. But you can't quite put a finger on it. This sounds like something that makes sense, that yes, fey creatures come from this place. You feel like you get the feeling like of that, it's like that deja vu feeling, but you can't quite identify it. You're not sure what's changed in the matrix, but something has changed in the matrix, right?
Arrowwind. I feel like that's familiar somehow.
Something to it. Slurpee, stop eating dice. He rolled
That's
a 3.
cat for those who are watching.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Might be something else. I don't know. She might keep a gelatinous cube as a pet. We don't judge.
No, we've got my little man here, Slurpee.
Slurp.
Aw.
His
Slurpee is an absolute gremlin.
He
we
is
love him.
something to behold. He was born on 7/11. That's why his name is Slurpee. Yeah, I think I don't think Selma really has anything to say to that. I think she just kind of continues floating along beside them, looking kind of lost in thought.
Well, I see that once more I've opened my mouth and had an effect and not the type you want on people. So I suppose all is as it should be. Where's Astray?
she's literally like skipped forward, and she's legit like off to the side, found a dead rat, and is just like, oh, hello, do you want to be friends?
Astray, that it's dead.
So
Dead things don't normally talk, animate, interact.
oh,
You knew that, right?
I don't know a whole lot. I just got here and I have no memories.
We'll talk about that later. Yes, I'm still carrying she's much heavier than she looks. And she's leaking.
Ugh.
Leak? What is she?
What
Well-
kind of leaking?
Blood.
Oh,
She's still oozing a little
She's
bit even
stable.
through the bandages.
She was stabbed a number of times.
Well, we're almost there. It's fine.
Yeah. It's no big deal.
This is fine.
You after maybe like another hour or so, or to use the passage of time that I have decreed in my world building that this place uses, perhaps half a bell. There are 12 bells in a day that ring throughout the city to mark time. Each bell would be roughly equivalent to 2 Earth hours.
Oh, so
half
it's a
bell would
metric
be
system.
1 hour. Yeah. Perhaps half a bell has passed, and you find your way kind of out to the kind of entrance that you entered into when you kind of came into the
Tombs.
darkness, to the tombs. And you find yourself on this cliff space above the city, looking down onto the city, and you see the grove and the baths, which you are of course longing for now. And the towers and all the buildings, and you make your way back to town, back into the city, back into Munahalan. And I guess where do you go? What are you doing?
We would go to our contact.
Yes.
We probably want to drop off this first.
Well, I imagine when we walk into town, the guards are gonna question why we have a mostly dead person
Will they?
other than me.
a tied up
Yeah.
unconscious person over someone's shoulder.
Yeah, you get like maybe like a little bit ways down the path towards town, and a pair of golden knights. Golden knights are the kind of the city guard, the Queen's Guard slash military. There's not a whole lot of them. They have a kind of golden cuirass that they wear over chain. They carry iron shod staves.
That look a lot like Henri's iron shot stave.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's only so many ways you can shot a stave.
Well, I had been thinking because we had that background element about he
Yeah.
does night watch. So it's like, oh,
Mm,
that's just his gear. He brought it with.
yeah. And they're like, hey there.
Hello, gentlemen. Would Henri recognize them at all? He works night shift, so probably not, but I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, give me an intelligence roll.
I do like brains. Oh, I got a total of 7. Not that brains.
7. Yeah, you've never seen these ones before. They're a different shift.
Hello, gentlemen. We
What's up
went
with your
into
friend?
we believe her name is Irvana. Did she say her name was Irvana?
Yes.
She was mostly raving about the demon lord Prince Abraxas that her and her cult were summoning in the depths of the caves of the dead. We stopped that. They did manage to open a portal. A small demon of some sort came out, but they mostly tried to kill each other. It was very confusing. And then we
It was
saved
an
her.
eye. It was weird.
The important part is she is alive, and we thought best to deliver her unto you in the event that the great city wanted to know about someone summoning demons in their crypts.
Yes. The so-called children of Abraxas are well known to us on the Golden Knights. It's good that you kept this one alive. Oftentimes they come to us dead.
Well, if I am being 100% honest, it was very close. Thankfully, we have very talented individuals behind me who ensured that she did not expire before we could bring her to you.
Fantastic. And you said there was a portal.
For a short time, they were conjuring it, and then a small demon came through, a pig-faced demon.
I mean, I'm kind of covered in what was inside of him. If you need a sample.
Yeah. He's like, yeah.
She smells terrible.
Yeah, that is atrocious.
Maybe we shouldn't say that to her
Wow.
when she's right there.
But perhaps somebody should want to go down there and just make sure that that portal is decommissioned.
Yeah. Quibble speaks up and she says, yes, gentlemen, perhaps I can be of service in this. I'll take care of this. Thank you for rescuing me.
Oh, no need to thank us. We're getting paid for it.
I like the thanks as well.
Still, we're happy to do it.
You're staying at Glorious Peaks. The hostel. That's the name of the hostel.
I believe they are.
I live in a
Some of
tree.
I where I live is of no import.
Perhaps I'll look you up again. And she and the guardsmen will take the body and take the body. She's not dead. take Irvana, take the cult leader, and go to where cult leaders go.
Hell?
Prison.
All answers are
And-
accurate.
Yep.
One before the other.
First one, then the other.
And you head to a
Yes, I love hanging out. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Been there.
You
country.
head to Savage and Gam's public house, which is this large building here, number 14. Wait, that's here. Here we go. Locations. Nope. There we go. Come on now.
Yeah.
Yes. It is a very large, very, very large public house. This is where you kind of met Chance, Redbeard, the agent of the Seekers of the Sun that recruited you. It is a very large. It's a little bit. It's like a. Think about like a TGI Fridays, but that's actually like a really nice place. Like it's big. Partially because the owner operator chef of aka Savage and Gam is an Etten, a two-headed giant. His griddle, their griddle top is huge, right? So it's a huge place. There's a lot of like just random shit on the walls. Like there's a bicycle. I don't know what a bicycle is, but it's there on the wall, right? It's like there's some sticks. There's like some kind of, there are some jerkins with numbers on them. There's just like paintings of groups of like people. It's, just all that random stuff, right? But it's a really popular place. The food is fantastic. The locally made brews are really good. And you happen to find Chance Redbeard, who, as you might imagine, is a large man with a big red beard,
Self-explanatory.
sitting at a booth eating he's got like a bread bowl chowder, which seems weird given the climate, but that's what you do at Savage and Gams. He's a chef of all kinds. And unless you have, does anyone have anything specific that they would want to say to him
No.
beyond like
Oh,
hand waving a few things?
do you speak Draconic?
I don't. I know I have. Did you find something?
Yes. So the cult leader had a couple of scrolls, but this one's in Draconic, and none of us know what it says. Might be important. She was summoning or trying to summon a pretty nasty thing. It didn't work, I don't think. But anyway,
Sort of. Worked.
You found the expedition?
oh yes.
You guys explain
Quibble
it.
came with us, I'm sure.
Yeah, you guys explain it, and if you want, I could take that scroll and have some colleagues take a look at it, and I could we could let you know.
Quick question out of character. Is this our
Yep.
first job for him? So that would seem to imply that we would then continue a working relationship.
I think that this has gone swimmingly. Yes, some of the party was killed, but they were obviously killed, as you said, before you got there. You recovered our expedition member. You stopped a ritual. You fought a demon. You're the kinds of people we want to work with.
Can I? Never mind. I was gonna say, can I make an insight check? But then I remembered
If
what
you
you feel
want.
about it, how you feel about insight checks.
If you would like to, read his body language, perhaps.
Can a stray make an investigation check to see if there's anything interesting she might get her hands on?
What do you mean?
She wants to
If there's anything
steal from
steal.
the restaurant.
She wants to pick his pocket.
I'll share
You're gonna-
everything with my party, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna steal shit else.
Who are you gonna steal from?
I'm just looking at the room if there's anything in general, like in this little area I'm in.
Oh,
That-
sure. Make an investigation roll. Did you make an insight check, Allison?
Oh, no, but I will.
If you want,
14.
I'm into it. Yeah. As long as people tell me how they want an insight check instead of just yelling insight check, that annoys me.
It's a dirty 20, and I think I'm just trying to gauge if he's if from his body language and the way he said things, was he being like honest, or I guess I'm
shifty.
yeah. Did he seem any?
Yeah.
Because we did just take this thing from a cultist. I don't want it to
Sure.
go to another cultist.
Yeah, he seems honest. Like, you can tell that he's maybe a little guarded, but he seems absolutely honest about like his saying his, like, oh yeah, you're the types of people we want to work with. Like, he's absolutely honest about that. He believes you guys have done a great job, that kind of stuff. So he's up and up on that. There's obviously, he's not telling you perhaps everything. That's a pretty good roll. So he's maybe not telling you everything, but he's absolutely honest.
Okay,
that.
I'll take the scroll case out of my bag and hand it towards him. Like, here you go.
He says, yeah, I have some friends. We'll take a look at this, and we'll let you know. Maybe in the next week or so.
Should we meet you here?
I'll send a missive around, to perhaps the hostel, or I'll be here. I drink here often. Kind of everybody does. It's the bread bowls. Yeah. What was your investigation roll, Astray?
14.
14. Give me a D100 roll.
D100.
Find a bowl of clam chowder.
Oh, damn.
21.
21. Like above, like just kind of just up from, like, if you picture you're sitting in a booth, right? Like at a TGI Fridays, just above, like eye level on the wall is like a shelf, and there are some, there's like a a couple of weird trophies. And there is a tiny music box there.
I want to try and
it's like
steal the music box.
Boop. Give me a sleight of hand roll.
22.
22. Yeah. You they're kind of Selma's kind of reading, there's like these kind of negotiation eyes happening between most of the party and Chance, and you're just like yoink.
Slurpee,
you have
please stop jumping up my back.
You have a tiny music box, and I'll even say this because this is what it says. So it's a tiny music box that plays a song that you dimly remember, like later on when you like check it out, you'll know that because I'll probably forget because I'm not writing this down for some stupid reason. I'll write it down later.
You can always watch it again later.
Yep. And that's true. And Chance takes out a pouch, and there's a jingle jangle, and he sets it down on the table, and he says, well, I believe this is yours. And he pulls out like a business card. It's it's like bone. It's that like bone white. It's got like raised black lettering on it. There's a curious sigil of like a starburst over an archway. And it says Chance, and then it says Seekers of the Sun. And he said, yeah, if you just show this around, someone will get word to me if you need to get in contact with me. Otherwise I'll get in contact with you and we'll do business again.
We can do this.
And it's 10 o'clock my time.
It's 11 o'clock my time.
It's 11 o'clock your time.
8 o'clock my time.
8 o'clock your time.
So we're gonna say that the bag with the gold and the jewels, I went ahead and sold.
Oh.
So between that and gold I pulled off of a cultist, that's 12 gold a piece.
Nice.
12 gold piece. You get 400 gold total from the payment, which is, I believe was the payment I stated. Yes. So it's 200 gold. It's 200 gold pieces. And then there are 4 50 gold piece citrines, which are a gem of some kind, in that pouch.
Wait, so how much gold do we each get from the?
I think we
job?
technically we all get we all get 100 gold, I believe, technically.
If we sell all the stuff.
Yeah, you can either hold on to the gems, or sell them for coin.
I'd like to keep one of the citrines if possible, so I'll take 50 gold and then a citrine, and then you guys can just get 100 gold each if you want.
And
if that's possible.
And you all gain a level.
Whoop whoop!
Yeah.
So
huge jump from 1 to 2.
Really, it really is
between the sessions. But yeah, that is our session today. Everyone who is watching, hey, thank you so much for hanging out.
Thank you for being a friend,
being a part of our game.
Thank you for being a friend.
I hope you enjoyed it as much as at least I did, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was super fun. So thank you for that. Before I forget,
I've already forgotten.
If you are interested in such things, and I hope you are, you could join Kristen and her players tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Whatever that shakes out to be for whatever time zone you live in, I'll leave that up to you. You do the math. For her cyberpunk game. Is it just called Cyberpunk? I feel like I should know
Somnium
this.
Exterri. It's named after the city we
Somnium
were playing.
Exterri.
It's nightmare in
it's
Latin.
yes, nightmare.
I was about to say Somnum
Cyberpunk,
Exterra. Get your pronunciation right.
It's super cool. I watched the first episode. It was super fun. On Monday is Madness. Is it Madness Takes Artena? Yep, which is Kristen's 5e 5e game. And then on Tuesday there's another watercolor wizardry.
The last two characters of Artena will be done with
Nice.
Maria.
With Maria doing fantastic art while you watch on screen. I watched the first two. They're really cool. It's
Maria
really fun.
is
I love that
super
kind of stuff.
cool.
Thanks, Allison.
For
She brought Maria
introducing
into us.
Maria. She was my DM for about a year in
Nice.
a home game, and super dope, super cool. She's good peeps.
And then
She's
Tuesday,
got a-
I'm going to say this one because this one's very
got
exciting.
it.
Chaos Commentary at 6 p.m. Pacific. B. Dave Walters will be on to interview and chat with us.
Very, very exciting. Very fucking,
That's super
very
rad.
hype.
You might know B. Dave Walters from such things as the Black Dice Society, from
Or
running
Legends-
Dungeons and Dragons with the cast.
Of Stranger
Of
Things.
Stranger
LA by
Things.
Night.
Fucking hey, come on,
So
guys.
good.
Legends
So
of
cool.
the Multiverse.
Yeah.
Or, hosting D&D Direct this year.
Oh
Absolutely
yeah,
insanity.
that's true. He did do that with Anna Prosser. Good times. Good times. Super
But yes.
exciting stuff that we've got going on. Yeah, so let us do a round of, hey, it's me. This is where you can find me before we say toodaloo. I'll start. I'm the DM. Hey, it's me, Chad. Real CMG on Twitter. North Shore DM right here on Twitch. This is where you can find me. I'm here running games for my friends. Thanks. Michael.
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at Valkyrie Bait, or possibly I may change my handle to Why Do I Have So Many Cats? Because they keep coming to bother me. But I'll keep you posted if that actually happens. I get
I
to
hope
hand
you
the
do.
ball to someone now. I'm gonna hand it to Ashley.
Oh, then I will talk about, hi, I'm Ashley, and you can find me at Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter. But you can also find me on Superior Adventures Guild, Guild Superior on this Monday. Michael will be there as well for the the MCDM
MCDM.
Psionics playtest for our last session. And then Wednesday, you can find us again for Beyond Saltmarsh.
I will also have cats for that.
Allison.
Hi, I'm Allison. I'll be here next Thursday. Catch me and Kristen on Saturday for the season finale of Say a Prayer for California Sister Cities over on Exquisite Corpse.
And all the by panic.
And so much by panic, so much insanity. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at It's a Feral. I'm Headalicious on Twitch.
And I'm Kristen. You can find me on the internet as Darth Surrealish, and we've basically covered everything I'm in already, so huzzah for that. Yeah, super excited for all the things we've got coming up, and we'll see you tomorrow.
I got one more thing,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Yeah.
Just City of Arches brought to you by Sly Flourish and Mike Shea, slyflourish.com. His Patreon is a product on his Patreon. Our theme song is by Lost Fellow. You can check him out on Bandcamp. It's a super cool song, and I'm super glad that he or she, I guess I don't know, let us use the song. So thank you to them. Thank you to Sly Flourish for writing awesome products. Keep up the good work. And yeah, fucking A, we'll see you next week. Are we raiding anybody? Are we doing any of that? Are we just leaving? Okay, we're just leaving. Bye.
Yeah, there's not real anybody on.